going through the motions of life, being unsatisfied, being unfulfilled, feeling like you lack purpose is experienced by most of adults. Are you satisfied with your life? You've been down too long. You've been struggling too long. You've been quiet too long. You've been worrying too long. You've been doubting too long. You've been in the same place too long. You've been sleeping on yourself too long. The person you are today got you to the place you are right now. Are you satisfied with your life? Are you satisfied with your current life circumstances? Are you satisfied with what life has brought you so far? If nothing else happens in your life, if you don't accomplish anything else, are you completely satisfied with your life right now? Be honest with yourself, right? Think about it. Don't just say yes. Sincerely and really deeply think about, am I satisfied with my life right now? And I ask you this because the worst thing you can do is lie to yourself. I know me personally, and I have notes here, y'all, just to keep me on track. It helps me. But I know me personally, I'm not satisfied with where I am. I imagine what life could be like. And if you are watching this video and you imagine what life could be, it doesn't matter what life looks like right now, but if you imagine what life could be, then you need to stick around for the entirety of this video. I imagine, right? I just don't imagine what life could be. I imagine what life will be like if I'm able to wake up every day doing something I'm completely passionate about, doing something that I love, living out my purpose, right? Not just knowing what my purpose is, but living out my purpose. Like that is what drives me. I want you to take a second to imagine what life could be. Think about that. What would you want your life to be like? Nothing withheld. What would you want your life to be like? You may be saying, Terry, I hear you. I understand. Wanting to aspire to new levels, want to accomplish new goals, wanting to make my dreams come true. But I'm grateful for where I am. I'm grateful because I know things might not be the best, but things could always be worse. And you know what? I 100% agree with you. Things could always be worse. It's imperative and it's important for us to recognize that where we are, being grateful that it could be better, but it could be worse. So being grateful for the present moment and what life is like right now. Absolutely, you should be grateful. But what I'm saying is do not confuse being grateful with being content. And what's the difference, right? I'm grateful, but I shouldn't be content. Absolutely not. You should not be content. I ask you that, are you satisfied with your life as it is right now? And for you to be honest with yourself. What's the bad part about being content? Contentment, right? What does that do? What if I'm content and I'm saying I'm not satisfied with life? What is that? Being content seals exactly where you are. Being content, once you become content internally with what your life is, if you are not satisfied, you're telling yourself, I'm comfortable, right? I'm comfortable to sit down, fold my arms, kick my feet up, drink some water. Life is great, right? Once you reach contentment, life is great. The second you say you are content, you are accepting your present life, whether that's good or bad. So being content, going through the motions of life, being unsatisfied, being unfulfilled, feeling like you lack purpose is experienced by most of adults. I'll say it again. Being unsatisfied, being unfulfilled, feeling like you lack purpose is experienced by most adults. You might say, how in the world can you say that when you don't even know, you haven't talked to most adults. You don't know most adults. Billions of people in the world. How can you say that most adults are content? And being content means that they're going through the motions of life, unfulfilled, unsatisfied, and have not identified their true purpose. How can you say that every adult is experiencing that? I'll say, you know what? You're right. You don't know every adult. You haven't talked to every adult. You're right, I haven't. But if you are an adult and you've made it this far in the video, I know that you're not completely satisfied with your life. I know that you deep down inside feel like there's more to your life than what currently it's showing you. How do you know that, Terri? Are you a mind reader? Like you trying to read me? I know that you're not completely satisfied because of what question I proposed at the beginning of the video. I asked you to be honest with yourself, right? Are you satisfied with where you are right now? If you were completely satisfied with where you are in the present moment and what life has presented itself to you, you would have clicked off the video. What would be the purpose of continuing watching the video if at the beginning I asked, are you completely satisfied with your life? If I was completely satisfied with my life, I knew the remainder of the video would not pertain to me. Those of you that are still watching this video, for those of you that are still tuned in, you're like me, right? You're like me. So we're together. We understand that where we are currently in our life is not it's not the end. We haven't reached our dreamland. We haven't made our dreams come true. We haven't lived out our purpose, right? We feel like it's something that's drawing us, that's pulling us to do more, right? Raise your hand if that's you. For those of us that are still here, we still got work to do, right? So what is it that we have to do? Not just what you have to do, because Terri hasn't arrived. Terri's not satisfied either, right? So what is it that we have to do? I may be a little further along, so I'll tell you exactly what has helped me, right? So the very first thing that we need to do, or that I had to do, we have to become the person that's able to handle the life of our dreams. The first step is to identify those things that make us comfortable. Identify the things that we revert back to when we're faced with a challenge or we are stressed. Is it food? Is it sex? Is it drinking? Is it gossip? Is it social media? Is it smoking? Is it watching TV? Is it sleep? Think about it. Think about the things that you indulge in or you participate in, either when you feel like it's a challenge or you're stressed or you just don't know which way to go to fill your time. What's the thing that you revert to when you want to just fill time? For me, let's be honest, right? Come on down the alley of Terri Street, right? Let's be honest. If we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. For me, it was food. For me, it was drinking. For me, it was sex. For me, sometimes social media. And I'll tell you a big one for me, honestly, a big one for me was sleep. Yes, your girl likes to sleep. The girl likes to take a nap. When I felt like I was too overwhelmed, I was too stressed, I was done. The only way I felt relief is if I took a nap. I was like, look, I'll worry about that when I get up. It's just too much I got to do right now. I'm too stressed out. Let me go to sleep. I don't have to worry about it. Let me just curl up, get my blanket, get my pillow. It's time to go to sleep. I'll worry about that when I get up. And honestly, I'm still working on those things. I'm still working on those things that pop up that may come and serve as a distraction. Food, your girl's a foodie. I love a good recipe, right? Occasional drinking, sex, social media. You know, all these things that tempt you. Because you know what you naturally are drawn to. These things can be a distraction. Okay, are you saying, come on now, I'm not trying to be some lame. I'm not trying to be stuck in the house every weekend. I'm not trying to be disconnected. I'm not trying to be out of the mix. And no, I'm not saying that you have to cut off all the fun in your life. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that I don't have a good time here and there. Absolutely not saying that. But what I'm saying is once we are trying to get to the next level of our lives, there's absolutely no way the person that we currently are is the same person that we will be when we're trying to live the life of our dreams. We got to give up something. It's not forever giving up the things that you enjoy. I'm not saying that. Recognize who and what currently has control. The things I mentioned prior, do those things or those activities in particular have more control in the decisions that you make in your life? Do the things that make you comfortable have more control over you? And are important decisions being held up because I'm partaking in comfort zone activities? Is the reason why I'm not getting to my next level, is the reason why I'm not fully transformed into the person I know Terri is supposed to be, is it because I'm still partaking in my comfort zone activities? Am I still eating too much? Am I still just drinking? Am I still having sex? Am I still using social media? Am I still sleeping too much? Am I sleeping on myself? Like, girl, wake up. What are you doing? And I asked you this, I propose this video is not only for you, but it's for me. If after you watch this video, I encourage you to watch the prior videos. These videos are going to be as real as it gets, right? They're authentic. They are going to show us what it is required for us to transform into our best selves so we can literally unlock the door to our dreams and living a life on purpose. On the road to making our dreams come true, the other key component is make sure you don't try to change too much too soon. Focus on one or two things that we're going to say, okay, we're going to cut back on these two things. Like, I'm not going to do this as much. Like, because I need to free up some time. I need to make myself a little uncomfortable. I might need to read certain things. I might need to watch a video. I might need to connect with certain individuals. I might need to sit in silence, figure out what it is I really want for my life, because I've been distracted too long. You make sure you give this video a thumbs up. I certainly do appreciate it. Also drop a comment as well. Let me know some of the things that have been keeping you in your comfort zone, some of the things that have been served as a distraction. Also let me know as well that, Terri, this was a real video. I thought I was satisfied with where I was in life, but you reminded me, why did I keep even watching a video if I was completely satisfied? This shouldn't apply to me because I'm satisfied. But if you're like me, right? If you're like me, you say, look, Terri, I got more work to do. I feel like we got more work to do. Well, I'm letting you know that you're on a team that has more work to do. So if this you, do not leave from this video without hitting that subscribe button. I do not want you to miss any further videos. Most importantly, make sure you hit that notification bell so you are notified each and every week when we post a video. You will join the Terri Tribe. We're catching a major vibe. We will be coming back with another video. Let's go.